Slip forming for feed mills is especially critical nowadays, and it's getting more and more important just from a health and cleanliness standard. So there's more and more regulations on products that are being produced for consumption, whether it's by animals or it's by people. And the animal products are actually moving towards that same standards as human consumption foods. So the expectation with the industry is driving towards a cleaner process to produce the goods. The slip form allows us to have a cleaner building, a cleaner facility. It doesn't have as much material buildup in there.
Having in-house engineering services is so much more than just having a group sitting in a room. These guys are integrally involved with the construction. They are out in the field regularly. They many times serve as a project engineer on site for 5 years prior to coming into our engineering office. They think and act just like the superintendent does. They're in a constant communication with superintendents and foremen in order to discuss applications. How would you like to have this? Do you want it red or do you want it blue? Do you want it right hand or left hand? Not that we're looking for them to give the solutions, but many times their desire to have something unique is just as easy as to do as the other way.
Prefabrication on the industrial side is something that we have leveraged, we continue to leverage, and in our opinion, we are just scratching the surface on what prefabrication can bring to the table. Most recently, for Tyson Foods, the owner had requested that we elect not to use a metal building, a pre-engineered metal building on the site, wanted a masonry head house. WEITZ as a team collectively decided to prefabricate precast concrete panels specific to the scope and fly and set those panels 200 foot in the air, which ultimately the owner was thrilled with.
In most terms, what it does is it enhances safety for those workers working in that modular or prefab because it's in a controlled environment. You're taking away the elements of rain and snow and mud, probably taking them off ladders. So we're on a mission of ladders last. That's a big deal. And it's a big deal also for our subcontractors as well. Mechanical, for example, and some of the mechanical piping, they're doing repetitive work so that there's a greater success with that repetitive implemented prefab component.
When we design structural steel, we will build into it tie-off loops, so there's a place to put your harness and your tie-off so that you're safe at all times. They don't have to go back and weld those on or add those. They already fabricate it right from the fabricator with those on it.
Some other ways that we've exceeded in prefabrication is assembling entire warehouse roof sections and flying them into place to better drive the schedule, eliminate the need to set pre-engineered metal building components from an elevated position, and ultimately improve the quality of the installation of those panels, as it's a whole lot easier to work when you're on the ground than it is to work 40 foot in the air. The biggest innovative technology that we've recently introduced would be the Procore software. Specifically within the Procore software, I would take my hat off to the quality inspections that are offered within Procore. With Procore quality being available at our fingertips on our phone or on the iPad, again, that's helped make it easier for that superintendent to go out in the field, do the inspections when the inspections need to be done, and file them in the appropriate location. It's really helped improve our efficiency in the field, our quality, and ultimately benefit the owner.
One of our big concerns always is our cash flow. When our clients understand that we're not a bank, we're a contractor, and we're able to explain our situation, if you put down money, make down payments, that makes our life a lot easier, and we're able to pay vendors. What we've been able to do is secure then our equipment, our materials ahead of time, so that risk goes away on a project. Securing materials is absolutely critical. We need to lock them in as quickly as possible. Our subcontractors want to do that, our other partners on the project want to do that. So getting them some money down to lock in that material pricing and lock in the equipment purchases, really allows us to focus on planning the balance of the project and executing the work. Now we're focusing on better ways to execute a project.